Hey, what's going on, everyone? Nikki Limitless here for a market overview. I wanted to talk about what we did for the daily markup today and how it played out. The market is closed for the day. So, not for the day, excuse me. It's not really closed, but gold is closed for the next hour or so. So, I wanted to go over how it played out. Today's Monday. I didn't expect much, but there still was there were still moves, and it kind of did what it did on Friday. Kind of like making just basically in a consolidated state, making higher highs and lower lows, and kind of staying within that, as you can see. Um, this morning I was I wouldn't say unsure, but it didn't give me enough conclusive evidence to say if it was going to buy or sell at the time when I was doing the video. But then I started building this up. Let me just draw it back for you guys. So during the video, I started building it up where I was building these order blocks, and I noticed it was coming off of them, and it did, right? They were hitting these order blocks, boom, 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 right? So they were stacking. So I figured, all right, if it does it again, I'm gonna catch the next one, and it did. It hit the top here, this, and like I had put in a pending order for a buy limit right at Pinky because I knew it was gonna come and tap here. If it came back, I knew it was gonna hit there. And what it did was it came to 79%, went up, and then it started. It looked like it was gonna go and not come back, and I was like, all right, well then I'm not entering the trade. And then it decided to, yeah, see there it is. That's the one. I was like, oh, it's not coming back. So, um, and then that happened. Boom. That was my entry. You see my entry? It was, yeah. So it hit here. It looked like it wasn't coming back. But if anyone caught this, you would have caught nice pips. But it came back, and then so I wanted to catch a 1 to 4, but I saw the structure, and so I did a 1 to 6. This is a 1 to 6 with a 9.5 stop loss. 9.5 stop loss. So 9 pips and a half stop loss. So I got some good pips here, guys. And boom, broke that structure. And once it broke that structure, I was like, well, I was watching. I'm like, all right, is it gonna hit this? And then the next candle, bing, right? So the next candle hit and then dropped. So once this candle hit, I took TP at 940, and then I moved my stop loss to 1 to 1. I moved it up to 9.5 pips up ahead of my so really I was over break even. So basically I took one of the six. So I got 1 to 6 on one trade, and then I enter 5 times because I have 5 zones. I got the 50, the 100, the 150, the 200, and the zero. Right, the zero is the partials, right? Because it breaks structure, and it does. Sometimes it breaks the structure and then just comes back like it did today. And so I took the profit, and then I moved the stop loss. So 9.5 down, I moved it 9.5 up, which I can't show. They should really allow you to do that, so then you know where your level's at. But anyone watching this, like, tell TradingView to change that. But yeah, so I did that, and I was like, all right, if it comes back, I already pipped today, caught my move. Um, Obviously, with 5 entries, it's a bigger move if I take profit all in the zone. But you know what? I still profited for the day. I caught my move, and that's what it's about. I don't like the money's dope. It'll be there. And when the last week, what happened? I hit like all these zones, so it was a big payout. So like if I hit one zone and then get a 1 for 1 trade on the rest of them, I crushed it, right? So that means I entered 5 trades. I had a 1 to 6, and then I have 4 trades that hit 1 to 1. So that's 6%, 7, 8, 9, 10%. I grew in one trade, right? So, right, and then like look, for instance, if this went to 200, let me draw it back. I gotta. It's a stop loss. All right, let's do 29.17. The X95. All right. So look, this is almost 20%, right? It's a 1 to 19.98. That's practically 20%, right? So I caught 10% that way. Imagine the percentage I would have caught this way because each trade. So basically 1 to 6, so that's 6%. That's 10%, so that's 16%, plus another 13, that's 29%, plus 16, so that's 29, that's 39, 44, and then like 20, right? So 64, right? So it's almost it. If it hits all, it's 64%, but it hit one, right? It hit one, so which is fine, which is fine. Um, well, actually, it's not 64% divided by a quarter because I break up all my trades to equal 1%, so it's not actually 64%. Now I'm curious, guys. So 64 divided by 0.2. So it's 32. I don't know why it takes so long. It's half of that. It's half of that. But still, 32%. Let's go. Right? So then that means I didn't catch 6%, and maybe I caught 6% on the whole thing. Anyway, we're getting away from the point. All right, I gotta. This isn't about the percentages and stuff. I'm just getting carried away because it's bomb. It's like the risk to reward is really good. So anyway, so that's how gold played out today. It made that high, and then it just went hit my stop loss, which was right here. I marked it there, and it kept going, and then boom, shot back up, right? But what it did was it tapped into this. It tapped into this order block. I mean, not order block. Excuse me, imbalance, and it balanced some of it out, but not the whole thing, right? And then it came back down and went back up, and it came back to the same position, right? This is how I seen Friday go, except Friday was making lower lows, right? Let me just play it out. It's already done, right? So basically, it made a high, it made a low, and then it came back to the high from an even lower spot. So whoever caught this move, you got pretty good pips, 120 pips, right? And then it came down. So it looked like an impulse correction. that's what it kind of looks like, right? It's like correction, impulse, as opposed to being like impulse, correction, impulse, right? But yeah, and then it just stayed in between, right? This is how I thought Friday was going to play out last week, and it didn't. So, but it did it today, and that's a typical Monday. Nothing much happening. Um, Listen, but there's still pips to be made. You just, I've realized like I used to come into Monday not understanding. Like I'd come into the market thinking I'm going to catch the big move that's going to catch all this percentage, and I realized like Monday doesn't move that big. Sometimes it does, right? If Friday, if I notice like if we never have a reversal in the week, then I realized like, all right, it didn't happen. So then, like it almost shifts, right? So like, let's say Friday had the reversal, then Monday's gonna be like Thursday because Wednesday's reversal, Thursday makes the move, and then Friday continues the move. So then it's almost like if Thursday is the reversal, Friday, well then that would mean Friday makes the move, and then Monday continues it, right? But so push it another day, it reverses on Friday, then Monday's gonna continue the move. Tuesday's gonna continue to move, and Monday will make the move because I've seen Monday move big. I guess it just depends on news. I don't remember if there was news hitting, but anyway, like Monday, for the most part, Monday does not move. It does something like this, and like it'll make new highs. Like look, this is all Monday, right? So it's not that it doesn't do anything at all, right? Like all of Monday did 200, right? Where like On high liquidity days, it does like 200 in a direction and like 400 or 500 in the other direction. So like, yeah, Monday, this is what Monday consists of. So we're in a consolidation block here, and it's a big one, right? So that's pretty much it, man and gals. So now, what is it that I think it'll do next? It tapped a high, it tapped a low. Honestly, we're gonna find out because Asian session hasn't played out and it hasn't begun. And Asian session is a good indicator of what's gonna happen. Because I mean, look at Asian session come low, and then this is London or just before London, and then it comes up, breaks it, taps back in, and then goes right, and then look at tap back in. New York always has to touch Asian session somehow. If it taps, breaks through, right? These are things that I've noticed, and obviously, like it's not 100%, but it's not like it's not like it doesn't happen, like it does. So I really love this technical aspect to the game, and I'd appreciate it if everyone comment and message and tell me what you think. Tell me what questions, comments, concerns you have. Tell me what you see. Ask me if you want me to mark up a pair for you. Like if you like my markups, I mean whatever. But guess what? I'm on here doing it. I don't see yours, right? And if you do have one, share it with me. I want to watch it, right? So let me get to know everyone out there. My name's Nikki Limitless. I'm a man and I am a day trader. What more you need to know, guys? All right, I'll see you on the morning daily markup tomorrow. On goal. Let's go.